So Rory, the journey started here, 2009, finding winning ways here in the desert, and since then you've done quite well. You'd have to say it's been a brilliant career. You come in here as the world number one again. You're the FedEx Cup champ, DP World Tour winner. I suppose what I want to know is how different are you as a golfer in person from that 2009 Rory to the one that I see right now?
Hopefully not that much different. We all get nostalgia when we think about our former selves or whatever. But I'd like to think that I still have the enthusiasm for the game that I did back then. That was my second full year on tour, and everything was still sort of new and exciting. And this is my, I think, 17th year coming back to the Dubai Desert Classic. So it's been a while, but I would hope, to answer your question, I hope I'm not too far removed from that 19-year-old in 2009. I still feel like I have a love and a passion for the game that people can feel and relate to.
It was a season last year that saw you return to the top spot in the world rankings, a testament to the consistency that you showed. You said how much you loved the fact you were so consistent. People, because you're Rory McIlroy, because of what you expect, major championships are always on the radar, which you played great in, but just none of them turned out to be a victory. Is there anything that you will do differently this year to give yourself a better opportunity to start winning more of those trophies?
I mean, it's hard because you look at you just look purely at the results of the majors last year. The Masters was the one I did the best at, but it was the one that I had the least chance in. Right, I felt like I had a chance going into the last day at PGA, the US Open, and obviously the Open as well. So, I just have to keep doing the same things. It's a shot here, it's a putt there. I think all these experiences and knocking on the door, and it sort of felt similar going back to 2009. I was knocking on the door for my first win as a pro. I got beaten in a playoff in Cron. I was beaten in a playoff in Hong Kong. I had a chance to win in South Africa at the end of 2008. I was knocking on the door, and I think all those experiences, you learn something from them, and then as long as you can get right back on the horse and try to rectify what what mistake you made or what you could learn from, that's sort of the process I feel like I'm going through again, trying to win this elusive major that I haven't won in coming up on 9 years.
When you look at what you also achieved last year, it was also a big political year in the game of golf. You were front and centre for that. Do you feel like you delivered what you delivered on the course in spite of or because of what was going on in that other role?
I would say a little bit of both. I would say there was parts of it were because of, and other parts just in spite of. I think I said a lot last year, and I wanted my actions to match my words. So there's no point in just being a mouthpiece when you can't back that up by playing good golf and showing people the rewards that players can have out here if they play well. And it's a merit-based system. That's the thing that I've always struggled with. A 5-year-old boy or girl know that if they work hard and they shoot the scores, there's a merit-based system in golf all the way through junior golf, amateur golf, all the way up to the professional level, and they can make it to the top levels of the game. And this is the one thing that's come into the game that has disrupted that. And you're not certain. You're not certain to play on that league or that tour if it's not a merit-based system where I think golf has always been that, and I've always appreciated that about our game.
Social media as it is, yesterday, big story in golf was a tee peg that was thrown your direction from Patrick Reed. That's the story that's out there on social media. From your point of view, what happened there?
Nothing. Patrick wanted to come up and say hello, and I didn't really want him to. And from my recollection, that was it. I didn't see a tee, I didn't feel a tee, I didn't whatever. Obviously, someone else saw that, but it's definitely a storm in a teacup. So obviously nothing. I can't believe it's actually turned into a story, but it's nothing.
Is there also an element of naivety for someone to think who's doing what he is in the world at the moment in terms of subpoenas being thrown out there, that everyone should be able to just come up and say hello and get on like nothing's happened?
Yeah, I was subpoenaed by his lawyer on Christmas Eve. So, of course, I'm just trying to have a nice time with my family and someone shows up on your doorstep and delivers that, you're not going to take that well. So, again, I said in there, I'm living in reality. I don't know where he's living, but if I were in his shoes, I wouldn't expect a hello or a handshake either.
Well, certainly reality is that you're here right now. Have a great week in Dubai again, Roy. Good to have you back.
Cheers, Nick. Thanks.